Victoria Septimius raced through the labyrinthine corridors of the royal palace, her breath coming in hurried gasps. Every footfall echoed her desperation, an urgency born from unveiling the deceit entwined with her family's history. Clutched to her chest were letters she had stolen, not precious stones nor coins, but the weight of conspiracies and unmaskings. She had risked it all, partnered with the enigmatic thief, the phantom shadow, to pluck these damning correspondences from the estate of Duke Sejanus, her grandfather's old confidant. Bursting into the secluded chamber, Victoria handed the sheaf of letters to Agrippina, her twin, and their mentors, the captain of the guard and the court wizard. Silence enveloped the room as they read the shocking revelations. Duke Sejanus was the hooded schemer from their past, the puppet master pulling strings from the shadows, his hands stained with the blood of civil discord. The mystical Easter egg, the artifact over which their grandfather nearly tore the kingdom asunder, had been his driving obsession, using a crystal orb to manipulate their grandfather until reality itself became twisted. Victoria's return shattered the conspiratorial silence like a thrown stone in a glass house. Resolute, the captain of the guard dashed the letters to Queen Octavia, demanding justice for past sins. Yet, the cunning Sejanus slipped through their fingers like smoke, his next strike aimed at the royal wedding of Prince Claudio and Princess Honoria. Sworn to protect what was dear, they crafted a counterplot intertwined with illusion and stealth. At the height of the wedding ceremony, Victoria, Agrippina, and their mentors would conjure phantasms of themselves. Under arcane guise, they'd infiltrate the palace vault, replace the genuine Easter egg with an artifact identical in every facet. The true egg would be sequestered by the dragonborn princess, Gracia Goldenflame, a trusted ally. Yet Sejanus, predictive and nefarious, had plans within plans. He ensnared Ember Ebonheart, Prince Claudio's clandestine love, now expectant with his child, in a web spun from desperation. A cursed crystal pendant, gleaming with temptation, offered Emberous power at the forfeiture of her will. A surrender she made, unaware of the strings now binding her to Sejanus. The wedding ball blazed in regality, a symphony of elegance and expectation. Amidst a waltz of nobles, Claudio's eyes snagged on a figure of familiar silhouette, Ember, veiled under enchantment. Her luminous gaze and silken voice, contrary to his memories, sent chills down his spine. He twirled with her across gleaming floors, his heart a jumbled mess of emotions, as her whispered tones ensnared him further into unfathomable depths. Unbeknownst to Claudio, Ember's magic crept over him, an unseen chain guiding him to the vault. The doors yawned open, to the Tablonis' triumph, his sinister satisfaction writ clear. But just as the moment of conquest drew near, Queen Octavia intervened, her presence a bulwark. Yet Sejanus, cunning and cruel, had laid his traps well. Magic lashed out, rendering the queen immobile. The vault erupted in chaos, a struggle embroidered with flashes of spellwork, cries of defiance, and the clangor of clashing intentions. Victoria and Agrippina, illusions dissolving like mist, leaped to the defense. Spells crackled through the air, the latent magic of the siblings mingling in radiant harmony. Sejanus, caught within the storm of unveiled truths and audacious challenges, fought with the desperation of an exposed traitor. Ember, locked in a half-realized dream, battled shadows within. The shimmer of a child unknown but felt tugged on the memories of joy and sorrow, promise and sacrifice. Claudio faced her not with the weight of throne-bound duty, but as her equal in defiance of fate. The chamber sang with the discordant melodies of battle, and as light poured through the cracks, the pendulum of power swayed precariously. The skirmish teetered toward an inevitable crescendo, a dawning revelation that echoed through their lives intertwined. Secrets unearthed, family bonds redefined, and futures hanging at the cusp of a mercurial edge. To be continued.